Switch to Spectrum Mobile and get unlimited data for only $29.99 per month each when you get 2 or more lines. You could save hundreds on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. CSBA Wednesday night SEC Conference Tournament game number 2 of the night. We just watched Arkansas defeat Alabama. I am David, joined in the booth by Rusty. Rusty, what is going on, my friend?
Hey, what's up? Excited to be here at the SEC Tournament. Always a fun time.
It is, and our second game this week calling together. I appreciate you joining me. We are in store for a pretty good, I think what's going to be a pretty close battle tonight. Both these teams have a lot to prove. LSU trying to start out early with the missed shot, but both these teams have a lot to prove, trying to make a case for March Madness run.
Certainly, they both have a good score there by Walker. Both same record. You know, whoever gets a win could definitely knock the other one potentially out of the entire March Madness. So definitely huge implications here.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be fun to watch. You know, both teams have got some playmakers. And right here's a nice 3, LSU. A quick 3 right there by McFadden. I mean, just great job to get out on top.
Yeah, nice dribble move to get some more separation and hitting the shot.
Harris with the ball for Florida. Passes down to Copeland. Copeland, the spin move. Doesn't get it to fall. Dedon with the rebound.
Yeah, good take there. I'd like to see something else, but even better take there by LSU.
Yeah, great take. I'm not even going to attempt to butcher that one. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, great take nonetheless. Harris for 3. Starting out cold. Florida struggling a little bit. Simmons with the ball for LSU. He's going to take a 3. Doesn't fall. Copeland with the board. Both these teams taking a lot of quick shots and not really getting, on track quite yet.
Yeah, I think they're both just excited, trying to come out firing. It's tournament time. Let it loose, see who can get hot.
Yeah, Walker Jr. with the ball down low. He's got 3 seconds to shoot. The spin, the shoot, and he gets it. Great job to get the shot to fall before the shot clock expired.
Yeah, Walker, great job. Just patient, very Carmelo Anthony-like.
I think that's a very fair assessment and nice take. But even better defense. Dudley with the rebound, pushes over to Harris for 3. And Dudley at the board, and that's just a horrible sequence by Florida. I mean, they got to take a timeout.
Yeah, nice shot there. But Harris, he was in. It was a good shot, but he just didn't get his feet set. He definitely hurried it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a wide open opportunity. They just rushing things a little bit too much. They've got to take their time. Harris driving, going to pass in the corner. Walker Jr. for 2 and gets it to fall. Nice shot. A step further back would have been another point.
Yeah, he jumped into it, but you're okay with that as long as he makes it. And Walker, starting off strong, has all 6 points for these Gators.
Yeah, you never want one person having to do all your scoring early. It's nice to have someone capable and who's on fire, but you want to get a few more people involved. You don't want to rely on one guy like that.
Yeah, good move there by Simmons. He's such a threat on the outside. It's good to see him dribble in, a former 3-point champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Harris with the ball for Florida again. Harris seems to be ball dominant, and he just dunked that one as a ball dominant guy should.
Oh, my.
Somebody clip that. Florida's going to need that clip to try to make a case for March Madness.
Yeah, what a play.
That was a great take, a very authoritative dunk, and he let everyone know how he felt about it. So, great job. 9-8, it's a close game. You know, the last game we saw stayed extremely close. Several lead changes And at the end of it, Arkansas was able to pull away. We'll see how this one turns out. But so far, a good start as far as both teams pretty close.
Definitely like to see this kind of action. I think both these teams are fairly even. Both of them competing to see who can get a date with the number 1 seed Wildcats. Kentucky.
Yeah, we're tied. Well, before that play, we were tied. Great take high off the backboard. I mean, one thing I've noticed about both these teams, a lot of ISO and a lot of just, ball dominant play. Not as much passing like we saw in the last game. We saw a lot of Lob City. And speaking of Lob City, right on cue.
Yeah, Florida is really attacking the rim, and that's when they've at their best.
It is. They've got to be able to keep up that pressure. And a great screen right there to open up the basket. Hats off to these teams who have struggled a little bit this season. But, they've come out tonight, and they're putting it all on the line.
Yeah, and... sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm saying it's fun to see these two teams battle it out.
Definitely, and it is funny that the last time they played was just week 8. So definitely fresh and trying to get a win. Saw Florida win 72-64 in that matchup. It's definitely a close one. See what adjustments LSU can make to try to get the win.
And great defense by Florida there. Not able to get the ball. They're going to give LSU the ball back in 10 seconds. But great interior defense.
Definitely.
Here we go. We see our first substitution. Wyatt Harris is going to go to the bench. LSU inbound in 10 seconds left. They get the ball to Penn. Penn passes to Mississippi Rivers. Mississippi Rivers, 3 seconds. He's going to throw it up. And he does. And he gets it to fall.
Rivers, pretty solid player for them. Just was patient with it. Got to his spot. And had it drop.
Mississippi Rivers is one of those guys. He really has to help this team. He's one of the guys that controls the flow of the offense. Whether he's shooting, passing, a lot of it falls through him. And just like that. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, what a three-pointer there. Was that who I think it was? Merciless?
I think so, yes. Merciless, the senior.
Yeah, all 4 years. But the program, definitely an accomplishment for any player to stay at one school for that long.
Thomas Jr. with the steal, passes to Merciless. Merciless down to Embiid, and a great give and go. And Florida's got their first lead of the night.
Yeah, great job pushing the basket and scoring there.
And Toads with the ball for LSU. He went to the corner, passed over to Rivers. Rivers got the screen from Ross. Pulls back, though. Down to Ross. His clock's expiring, but he gets a shot, misses. Penn with the offensive board, the putback. Great second chance for LSU.
Yeah, great job rebounding. That's definitely what they need. Capitalize on those second chance points.
And look at both teams shooting right at the same, 157, 158. This is going to be a wild game. I'm sensing it now.
Yeah, I feel you.
A nice take, and not able to get the shot to fall. That's not what you want if you're Florida. And LSU throwing it up. That's an interesting theory there.
Yeah, I think he saw Ross, and he couldn't get the pass off, so he figured just to shoot it and hope Ross could rebound.
And Penn down low, a mismatch. Penn had about 3 feet on the defender, it looked like.
Yeah, but the defender still did a good job of making him take a tough shot there, but Penn did enough to get it in.
For sure. And here we go. Let's take a look. We got 16 people in the Twitch chat. What is going on? If you haven't tagged your locker room, please go tag your locker room. 16 people. We got to have more people in here. So we're going to move through this timeout. Rusty, where's everyone at, man?
I did my part. I tagged Marquette. We'll see who comes in.
Well, here we go. Florida has the ball. They're down by 3. 50 seconds left in the first. Embiid's been a spark for him. Let's see if he can continue. Merciless now with the ball. Driving. Passes to Maine, in the corner. Maine throws up a 3. And it rattles in and out. It goes down.
What a shot.
Yeah, and actually they gave credit for it too. I apologize. His foot was on the line. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Toes for 3.
Man, froze the defender with that fake pass and just went up with it.
22-18. 21 seconds left. Embiid with the ball for Florida. Passes over to Maine. Maine for 3. And it doesn't fall. Payne with the rebound. Downtown Dory, I feel you, my friend. Crazy numbers.
Good take there by Toes. Definitely an underrated player for these Tigers.
There's 3 seconds left. They're going to have to throw this up for 3. Buzzer beater. And that is an air ball. That is the end of the first quarter, CSBA Nation. We are in game 2 of the night. SEC Conference Tournament. LSU up 24-18 over Florida. We still got 3 quarters to go. And, don't forget, after this game, Big Ten action, Minnesota, Illinois. It's going to be crazy. So make sure you tune in for that as well. But let's jump in. Let's keep this going. What does Florida got to do to get back in this game?
Well, they're doing great. You got to play better interior defense like they were at the start with their starters, and then push up in transition and attack the baskets. They've had a bit of slack since their bench come in, but some rotations will fix that.
And Florida with the ball. You got 8 seconds left to shoot. Copeland's got the ball. He's going to throw one up. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. He got it off, but it doesn't fall.
Yeah, great defense by Don, who's transferred from Oregon State. Playing an underrated player.
Simmons with the rebound and 1. Flemings with the foul. Hey, can anybody in Twitch chat let me know if the audio and the video is good? I want to make sure we're in good track right now. So someone just let me know how they're hearing things. Appreciate you. 26-18, LSU going for an 1 at the line right now. I feel like momentum's really swinging LSU's way, and it could get to a point where it's dangerous if Florida cannot answer back.
Absolutely. A chance to go up by 9 here. Simmons, a very elite shooter.
Appreciate you both letting me know that the audio is good. And Simmons makes the and 1. It's always nice to convert the and 1, get the 3-point play. Here's Florida now. Flemings with the alley hoop to Walker Jr. He used his fingertips to put it off the backboard. What a play.
Yeah, Walker, we see there, he's perfect shooting. He's been doing it all. I think you need to get him the ball more. Feed the hot hand.
I mean, they need to do something at this point. And what another take. Copeland with the foul. I love the aggression of LSU, though, as McFadden went right at Copeland.
Yeah, keep them on some backpedaling, get to the foul line, get those easy points, maybe get them in foul trouble. Definitely like LSU's strategy coming into the second quarter.
Now, I tried mentioning foul trouble yesterday, and you're like, it's only 2 fouls. It's not foul trouble. And now here you are trying to... I mean...
I was like the end of the third quarter of a 15-point game. There's a difference.
I was trying to build the drama, okay? At McFadden...
Sometimes you just gotta call it. Sometimes there's just no drama.
Kill me. 23 people in the stream. Everyone's type in where you're watching from. I'll start giving a few shout outs.
Yeah. We'll talk about anything.
Yeah. Here is Simmons going for a second free throw, and he makes both of them. Great job by Simmons. Good execution so far at the free throw line by LSU.
Always crucial to do that. That's how, fundamentally sound teams, they make their free throws.
And Copeland down to Maine. A nice play. Now Florida's going to the line for an and 1.
Yeah, I definitely like that. Maine, very tough make there. Good job getting to the free throw line and lead and 1.
Absolutely. So right now it's a 7-point game. Willie D, head coach for Illinois. We're going to see him up next in the next game. But he's calling Florida by 3. He's making a bold prediction. I'll one up you on that one, Willie D. I say the one with the most points wins. That's just my prediction. But Florida converts the N1. It's a 6-point game. LSU bringing the ball up. And defense by Florida almost forcing the turnover. Great job making LSU work. McFadden for 3. And Copeland with the board. Great sequence by Florida. Except for that play.
Yeah.
I mean, that defense, again, Copeland helping, deflect that one. I mean, that's a couple of shots that LSU should have made, and this defense has been phenomenal. Fleming for 3. Bang! 29-26. Florida down by 3. Talk to me, Coach.
Great shot there by Flemings. They got their open man, and I want to shout out Copeland. Just definitely affected his length. I think he's one of the more underrated centers in the league. Great defense. He's just tall, long, affects shots. It's nice, an underrated offensive game as well.
And he's got quite a few rebounds already. Been very active on the boards. Maine with the ball for Florida. Down to Copeland, and Copeland with the basket. Florida's only down by 1 all of a sudden. They were down by 9, but here they come. LSU doesn't have an answer for Copeland right now.
Yeah, they just need to find someone to get a spark, and I'd like to see them run a play for Simmons, get him a 3-pointer.
And there they get the ball to Simmons now. Simmons driving, but he loses the ball. Walker Jr. with this steal passes up to Maine, and Florida's going to reset. I thought they were going to push it for a quick transition. Maine driving off the backboard, and it doesn't fall.
Yeah, probably should have just gone in, but, it's not bad to reset sometimes. He did have a decent look, just couldn't finish.
And Simmons with the ball again. Walker Jr. trying to guard him. And Simmons not able to get to falls. Flemings gets the rebound.
Really tough shot there.
And look at that. Nice pass down to Walker Jr. He gets a hard foul on him. Almost gets the shot to fall, but he will go to the line for 2 more. And an opportunity for Florida to take the lead.
Yeah, just got to make these shots. He's been shooting great all game. I believe he has 8 points. At least.
Yeah, he's got 8 points, yeah, because he had the first 6. He's got another basket. He was 4-4 shooting, so definitely had a solid night so far.
Just how this Florida team, of course. It's curious how this Florida team, they're going to look dramatically different going to season 7 with the new coaching staff and all these guys going to the mountain country, Mountain Mama, West Virginia.
Yeah, same roster. The rosters are swapping places, so it's going to be really interesting. The West Virginia, who had a huge win last night in their tournament play, they'll be coming to the SEC. It's definitely going to add a spark to the SEC for sure with Medici. He'll be fun to watch.
Walker missing both his free throws after our complimenting of him. And then Maine draws the foul there. Not a good sequence of events for Florida.
And the crowd did not like that. The crowd was booing. That was, they were pretty animated about it too.
Florida fans, are they taking over New Orleans? We're in New Orleans, aren't we?
No, we are in Nashville, sir.
Oh.
Bridgestone Arena is in Nashville. First free throw is good. And LSU, a 2-point lead, looked at 4-4 in their free throws.
Yeah. I mean, same amount. Start.
And here we go. Let's see if he can convert. LSU so far very good at the line. And he hits both of them. And there's so many times that we see free throws a difference in a game. Florida's got to get it together.
Definitely can't miss those free ones.
Copeland hands off to Maine. May going to try to spin around, do some fancy footwork. Harris for three, and bang!
Great shot there. Harris definitely gathering some confidence behind the game.
Yeah, Harris is a guy that can definitely provide a spark to these Gators. He's not as consistent as maybe Florida would like, but when he's on, he is on.
For sure. And, sometimes those wild card players, sometimes you just need them to have those few awesome minutes and get an upset. So I wouldn't call Florida winning here an upset, but if they do move on, play another team or in the tournament, definitely need guys like that to step up.
And Copeland over there with the hook shot looked like Hakeem the Dream there for a second.
And Copeland coming over from UConn. A good player.
And we got a timeout. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. We are tied at 33-33. If they could have called the timeout 3 seconds sooner, that would have been pretty awesome. But nonetheless, still a crazy first half so far. Both these teams have had some flashes of excellence, and they've also had flashes of struggle. So what team are we going to see finish when it's all said and done? I think we're in for a barn burner.
And indeed. And could see Rivers back out there. I was looking at their stats. He's the only Tiger that averages double digits as he loses the ball there.
What a dunk by Harris. That is his second dunk. Anytime you get points off a turnover, that is huge. And Harris wanted to make sure the crowd knew it.
Definitely get those fans engaged.
And then Toes responds right back.
Definitely a good response by Toes.
Not fingers, but toes.
Yeah.
Harris with the ball. Passes over to Merciless. Merciless drives. Hard foul by Evans.
And Merciless coming over with a young new David Ware to start this Florida team, right?
Yeah, he was one of my first recruits to commit to Florida.
Yeah, back in season 3.
Back in the good old days.
Yeah.
Poor Merciless didn't have a good coach his freshman year, though. We'd be all right.
Yeah. Good on him to stick through Florida. I know they've had up and down years.
Yeah, and he has toughed it out. So hats off to him. He is the leader on and off the court for Florida. So.
And their only senior, looking at the website.
Yes, I believe you're correct. And he nails his free throws, so 37-35. Florida on top. Pass over to Rivers. Rivers back to Toes. And Toes to the corner for Evans, and Evans, he knew that was in. He was celebrating before it even hit the net.
Yeah, great shot there by Evans, getting open and landing it, and just the confidence. He said, I can pump up my Tiger fans. Where you at?
So here we go. Harris with the ball over to Thomas Jr. Here we go. I apologize. And a nice block right there. Great defense. Penn is a big guy.
He definitely is. And yeah, he's one of those tier forces, the 7'6" trees, as we like to call them.
Yeah, he.
An impact.
Yeah, definitely a tree. And Harris with the buzzer beater. He got it to fall. Great job by Florida.
And shooting right over Penn. Penn too slow to get up.
Toes with the ball, being guarded by Maine. Penn's going to set the screen, excuse me. Toes driving and hands it off to Penn. Great job by them two working together for a basket.
Yeah, went into the stratosphere there, jumping. Doesn't take much for him.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really have to jump when you're him. You just kind of just put your hand up and bam, there you go.
Yeah.
And we got another timeout. LSU, Florida, going back to Fort. I mean, several lead changes. Pretty crazy to see what we're seeing so far. What are your expectations for the fourth quarter with what we're already seeing?
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of the same. I'd like to see like starting units end the game with their sixth man. I believe Rivers came off the bench. So to see him with that starting unit, I think it'll be interesting. I think that might be a key point there. But we'll see. I think this is definitely going to come down to one of the last couple possessions.
I think you're right. It's going to come really close, so we'll see what happens. But we're going to move through this timeout. You know, both teams, though, got to be happy that it is a close game still. You know, both teams have had some rough losses this year. So to be able to be in this game and still have a great opportunity at possibly advancing. And, man, a nice shot just inside the three-point line. But, hey, 2 points is 2 points.
Yeah. I mean, like, we saw it earlier. I think Walker had a very similar shot where he just took it, went up with it. Sometimes you don't want to do the step back and get off rhythm, just go up with it.
And right now, LSU down by 1. Toes trying to help get them back in the lead. The step back. And Toes gets a beautiful shot to fall.
And difference there. Toes off the dribble. The step back helping clear space. Great mid-range shot there.
What's up, Vledock? It is a great game so far, sir. These two teams battling it out. And Merciless not able to get 3 to fall, but Thomas Jr., the offensive board, the putback. And there it is. Florida, another lead change. They just keep fighting.
Yeah, this is going down to the wire. I love that.
It is going down to the wire. And the three-pointer for Evans, and it's no good, but Ross the offensive board in the slam.
Yeah, big slam there. Good job recovering. Cleaning up that mistake.
Both these teams, these defenses need to box out a little bit better. They've both capitalized on second chance points in the last possession. So they've got to do better. 15 seconds in the first half, and Harris, another shot for Harris.
An offensive explosion to end this half.
It is, and Florida up by 1, 45-44. LSU's going to get the last shot of the first half. It's going to be a long three, and it does not fall. Just like the last game, we go to halftime. 1 point difference. Florida 45, LSU 44. Talk to me, Coach Rusty. If you're Florida, what are you saying in the locker room right now to get your guys ready to take it further?
Yeah, just, go in there, say great fight, keep it up, try to clean up some mistakes. They definitely have been leaving people open on the perimeter. Just gotten lucky. They got to clean that up and then definitely stop those offensive rebounds. It's been hurting Florida a lot.
All right, and what about LSU? What does LSU got to do? They've had some great flashes. How can they get more consistent and take the lead back?
Oh, I think they're doing good. They're only down by 1, and they're getting those open looks. Like I said, they just got to keep knocking those down. And on the other side, they need to protect the rim a bit better. Florida's having a good time getting to the rim and making those shots and clean up that interior defense.
An interesting stat I saw is Florida has doubled LSU in assists, 12-6, playing better team ball. So kind of interesting there to see if that pace continues or not. And for those who like to always notice, Shaq is in the pink shirt and the pink tie. So we'll see what that says.
Watching his former LSU Tigers.
Yeah, and hey, don't forget everybody, CSBA. Following this game, Minnesota, Illinois, Big Ten Conference Tournament game. You want to stay tuned to see at the conclusion of this one. I'll get the screenshots and we'll get going with another game. So,
and I see. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
As I say, I see TD Sav in the chat saying "Let's go Florida." So it's funny by him. Kentucky, he's scouting it out. Whoever wins this game will go on to play him and his Wildcats. So.
JoJo Vasquez, Alabama Crimson Tide coach, is in here watching. He announced that his player is going pro.
And definitely curious to see what kind of stock he'll have.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. Alabama's a team that could possibly be on the bubble. We'll see. Has he played his final game for Alabama? Will they have some March Madness life in him? But nonetheless, you know, JoJo Vasquez came on as a freshman who's a first progression player to upgrade. So he's definitely, you know, set some new waves for people to follow.
Absolutely, and the scoring is still continuing. Neither team wanting to miss.
And a nice pass down to Flemings, and Flemings slamming it home.
Yeah, now we're seeing Florida start to get a bit of a lead. Just continuing that great passing like you mentioned at halftime.
And a floater, Walker Jr. with the rebound. I think Simmons wanted a foul there, didn't get it. Walker Jr. with the ball, passes over to Harris. Harris has had a great first half. Passes to Fleming. Walker Jr. with the ball now. Running out of time. 3 seconds. 2, 1. He got it off in time, but it doesn't fall. Great defense by LSU.
Yeah, swarming.
And what a foul. I mean, that was kind of a crazy play. Harris pushed him. He still made it. So we call that and one.
Yeah, not a good foul there, and the walk of shame to the bench.
Is it foul trouble yet? I need to know. I need to know if it's safe to say foul trouble. You're the expert at the situation.
How many he got? I mean, there might be something to it if they're bringing him to the bench, but I think that's more of just like there is zero reason to shove him, you know, and he gave up the and one. Sit down, watch for a minute, and then go back out.
All right, well, here goes. Florida with the 2-point lead. They got the ball. Been definitely an offensive explosion, as Coach Rusty said. Maine with the ball, and he has fouled, but I think it was before he drove, so it'll be just an inbound pass. Or are they going to send him to the line? I thought that was before. Wow.
I guess he was in the shooting motion, raising his arms up. I don't know. Great play there, Maine. He's ready to go to the NBA.
I mean, great job to draw the foul. I definitely didn't think it was a shooting foul, but hey, Florida's got to capitalize, and they do on the first one. 3-point lead.
Don't lie.
Willie D. Coach Willie D. rooting for Florida here. Again, he's shouting them out, so we appreciate that. 18 people in the stream, and we're doing conference tournament. Come on, we got to do better. Both free throws are good. Florida now up by 4. Simmons driving, steps back, and Simmons gets it to fall. Excuse me, that wasn't Simmons. I apologize.
Yeah, that was our that guy, number 14.
Yeah, number 14. I like that. We'll go old school.
No offense to his player.
I just don't want to butcher the name.
I try whenever we're in.
Wow, what a pass! But unable to get the dunk to fall.
A little too fancy there.
Both teams trying to get too fancy.
Another score. Yeah, Copeland. That would have been dunk of the week, but I don't think you need to do that. Just put it in there. You need to get all flashy in a close game like this. It's tournament time.
Yeah, we're tied up, and there's Copeland again, and he kept it simple this time.
It's still vicious. Man, almost felt like it's going to touch the top of the backboard.
Downtown Dory says craziest dunk that doesn't count. I think that's a fair assessment.
It doesn't count because he didn't make it.
Dedon with the drive, and he gets it to fall. Nice take by Dedon.
Yeah, he went right up into Copeland and managed to score on him. Not easy to do.
Now, can you say his name 3 times fast?
No.
Great defense by Florida. I tried. Willie D said Copeland's trying to take somebody's soul. I think.
Yeah. I keep saying that Copeland's an underrated center in this league.
And here we go. Florida inbounding. Gets the ball to Maine.
This match here.
You know, they haven't gone to Embiid in a while, and he started out on fire for him. I think they need to go back to him.
Yeah, I tried to find someone, but...
The doctor.
Well, that was an easy take for Toes.
The Toes? I heard the announcer say the doctor. Are we going to get a Dr. Toes?
Or is he a toe doctor?
Yeah, he might be.
And there's Maine with the great take. He hits the ground, but wow, what a take.
And this score, the team might go up by 5 or 6, but not for long.
And Ross with the rebound, the putback, gives LSU some second chance points.
That's his second or third time doing that. Ross has definitely been hitting the boards and capitalizing on those second chance points.
So Maine with the ball up top. Sorry, K. Howie, that you're having a blurry screen. I'm not seeing that on my end.
It might just be the alcohol.
Not able to get the shot to fall. Everyone else is saying their screen's good, so.
Yeah, maybe just refresh it.
17 people in the stream. LSU up by 2, another lead change they have. And Ross, he's kind of been the catalyst of the offense the last several possessions, giving LSU the lead.
Game involved in just a normal play, driving to the rim, rewarding the big man. Love that.
And a nice alley-oop. We said Embiid need to get involved more. And there they heard it in a nice alley-oop.
Yeah, great athletic play there.
I'll tell you what, CSBA Nation, it has been Lob City all night long. Arkansas, Alabama, I mean, they threw a ton of lobs. Now we got LSU and Florida, they throwing the lobs. Man, this is a fun, exciting night.
It's been a great game. Offensive, lots of threes, lots of dunks. Had some good defensive plays sprinkled in here, but this is going to round up being a CSBA classic.
It very well could be. It's a good one for sure. LSU up by 2. They've got the ball right now. Florida's playing smothering defense. Great job. 10 passes out to Toes. And still the defense all over him, but was able to get the shot off.
And Toe's been playing great for them. 15 points and 10 in the paint for the guard. That just goes to show they're doing a great job attacking the rim.
Absolutely. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I'm going to say it a third time. After this game, Minnesota, Illinois, Big Ten. It's going to be a heck of a game. I expect Minnesota to show up. I expect Illinois. I mean, it's going to be wild watching them two teams battle it out. So make sure you tune in right after this game. I'll get the screenshots and get the next game going. So
definitely going to be fun. Illinois looking very strong. But, Minnesota, there's just something about those Golden Gophers. I feel like they could surprise the team, if not tonight, and then if they get in the tournament. Watch out for them.
Yeah, they are definitely a team that could be a Cinderella story and a nightmare in the tournament. And Toes with the rebound. Florida down by 4. LSU pushing. What a take, but not able to get it to fall.
Yeah. And can't even say anything with how fast this pace is. I was going to say, Embiid taking a 3 earlier. Didn't like that for him. But looks like they might be trying to run another play for him.
Yeah, I did not like the 3 myself. Great take. And way to draw a foul. Man going to the line. It's getting to that point. The game is so close. A 4-point game. Late in the third, these fouls could be very critical to the success of either team. So, right now, trying to get their opponent in foul trouble would be a great strategy for either one of them.
And when we look at the box score, if it's a 2 or 3 point game, might be looking at those free throws. If there's 2 or 3 misses, there it is.
For sure. 59-63. I mean, just those are the fundamentals. You've got to make those.
And we've seen Florida miss a couple already. So definitely something to look out for.
They have. Let's see if he can recoup and get it right here. Get it back to a 3-point game, 1 possession. And he misses both of them.
Man.
This is eerily similar to what we saw in the first game. Arkansas, Alabama. Florida's looking a lot like Alabama in the first game.
You can't do that. Not only do you miss 2 free throws, but then Toes just blew right by the defense. Nowhere to be found for a score.
Harris with the ball to Merciless for 3. Merciless not able to get the 3 to fall, though. LSU with the ball up top. Almost losing it. He's got to do a better job there. And look, and there he goes, almost loses it again. Merciless, great defense. Pushes up to Harris to man. And he was blocked, got the ball back, and fouled. And man going back to the line.
Yeah, great defense by Merciless and a nice upcourt pass to go in transition. And man unable to finish, but a chance at redemption at the free throw line.
Yeah, he's got to make these, though. He missed the last 2. You know his teammates gave him a hard time.
Yeah.
So let's see if he can convert on these now. Mm-hmm. 6-point game. I mean, if I'm Florida, it's been too close. You do not want to let the game get any further apart than this right here.
Right, and good job of man to make that shot, bring it within 5. And you're comfortable with Florida because, said we've seen some scoring droughts by both teams, but you definitely don't want to let it slip away.
Opportunity for a 4-point game. Man taking his time. And gets a second one to fall, so great retribution. Missing his first 2 earlier, got both of these.
Yeah, definitely good. Can't ask for much more.
Toes with the ball, got around Penn. Got a mismatch now. Let's see if they get the ball down to Penn. He's got a couple foot difference there, and they do. You kind of just...
Yeah, I think Penn was just having some fun there.
There's nothing that man could have done. Let's just be honest. And Penn carried that on a lot further than it needed to be. Man for 3. Not able to get it to fall, though. And that is the end of the third quarter CSBA. Rusty, I feel like we should be telling them something.
Yeah, let's see some 4s out here. Some SEC action. I want every 4 to be in the chat. Spell it as a number. Spell it out. Spell it wrong. However you gotta do it, get a 4 in there.
Well, y'all heard it. So let's see them 4s. We got 23 people in the stream. Fur. Appreciate you, Vledoc. Fur. We got some fur up here. Fourth quarter. LSU with a small lead right now. And a 3 that would have made it a lot worse, but Copeland with the rebound. Florida down by 6.
Yeah, you got lucky there.
Appreciate you, Vledoc. All right, Harris with the ball. Passes over to Walker Jr. Walker Jr.'s kind of been quiet lately. But not now. They got him. Oh!
Great.
I thought he was fixing to have a monster dunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see if it was even a foul or if it was a block. We'll get a look here. Yeah, it came up behind him. But, you know, that's the best kind of foul to do. Just deny the ball, make him earn it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, because that was an easy 2 points. He was able to, deflect it enough to where he's going to have to earn the shots. It's not going to be an and one. So great foul for sure.
And we saw Walker at the line before Didn't go so well. See if he can do it this time.
And he hits the first one. Florida down by 5. Willie D, we need to see some more of that Florida love in the chat. See if you can't boost him up a little bit more, my friend. Walker Jr. going to go for his second one here. And it doesn't fall. Ross with the rebound. Which Ross has got his badge activated right now.
Yeah, he's been playing a great game.
Yes, he has. LSU trying to make something happen down in the post. McFadden with the ball. Step back. Very Jordan-esque type, but he misses, and Copeland with the rebound.
Yeah. Hey, those are tough shots. Jordan makes it look easy.
Yes, he does. Copeland with the ball up top. Passes over to Fleming. Reno Dudley's had kind of a quiet night, but Reno Dudley driving, and another foul. That's a second team foul. Individuals may not be in foul trouble. With 7 minutes left in the quarter, though, 2 team fouls already. That is kind of scary.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Definitely. And to have Ross pick up 2 quick right there in a close game and have them both be in the fourth quarter, definitely concerning. I'd pass there.
And McFadden with a nice dunk. And LSU up by 7. Florida has got to make something happen. We got some chomps going on in the Twitch stream right now in the chat. Harris with the ball. Passes over to Copeland. I wouldn't mind seeing Harris getting going again.
Yeah, he's been quiet since halftime.
And Copeland almost loses the ball. He's going to throw it up, and he does. And he gets it to fall. Great take there.
Yeah, great score. He's definitely had an impact tonight. 12 points all in the paint. He likes to live.
LSU up by 5. Florida's defense right now smothering, trying to force something. I mean, great job. I mean, look at it. Well,
At the defender's back turn, pass it up, but yeah, that was a bad pass. The defender wasn't even looking.
I've got it. I feel like Copeland's got to have at least 10 boards at this point.
He's definitely on watch for that. And Dudley trying to get something to go, but he got to take smarter shots than that.
Yeah, Dudley, he's not as active as he used to be. He used to, try to create a little spark with his motivation talking. I haven't seen a whole lot of that in a while, but
Simmons, such an elite shooter, and held pretty good this game. Florida's doing a great job defensively on him, but not that time.
Florida's shooting 55%, which is not bad. Dudley down low, and he gets that one to go.
Yeah, great pass there by Harris. Tried to do the step back, create space, but didn't work, but found the open man. Great job there by him and by Dudley to finish.
Absolutely. And Harris all over on defense right now. Simmons for 3. Bang.
That's I want to see Simmons 3-point champion. Finally got an open look there when it matters most. Fourth quarter.
What about this year's 3-point contest? That was a fun one.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a fun time.
And right now, LSU calling timeout. White Harris, we see there shooting 75% with 14 points.
Yeah, definitely needs a little bit more volume there, Florida. They need to play better. A lot of LSU's points have been off their turnovers and just missed baskets, so Florida can play a little bit better offense, get back on defense. They'll make this a close game. A tied game.
4.5 minutes left in this ball game. It is a 6-point game. Vledoc, I'm streaming the game, sir. 4.5 minutes left in the game. 6-point lead. We are in store for chaos. Can LSU get the regular season retribution? Can Florida sweep LSU this season? So much, and it's so close still. Anything can happen. Dedon for LSU with the ball.
Whoever wins tonight, I would say has their March Madness ticket stamped, ready to go. The other one might be in question if some other stuff happens. And whew, great shot there.
That was a great three. And now it's a 9-point game, starting to get a little bit dangerous. Florida's got to make something happen right here. If they don't, they could find themselves in some trouble. Who are you get if it's you?
Oh, wow.
Wow, nice take. If you're the coach of Florida right now, who you putting the ball into? Whose hands?
You gotta get Harris and let him be their playmaker, but Maine just showed he could do that too. But whatever they do, they gotta make sure they don't let Simmons be so wide open. My goodness.
Well, Simmons starting to light it up. Nothing new. Kind of just hasn't done it. He hasn't, had a huge game into the second half, really. But hey, ain't no time better than right now to try to light it up.
And another turnover there, and easy basket by McFadden's. What we're saying, 12-point lead now. It's starting to look desperate. Notice Harris isn't even out there for Florida. Interesting move.
Yeah, very interesting. And not able to get the shot to fall. And Florida has gone cold. And it's a bad time. I hate seeing when a game's been so close, and then in the final couple minutes the team goes cold, and it makes it look like it was a bigger, more of a different game than what it was. Because this score isn't reflecting on how well Florida has played today.
Agreed. And it's tough to see for sure. Hopefully they can get a timeout and regroup a bit.
I mean, they do have Bill Clinton on the sideline, so let's see what they can come up with here. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. It's a 14-point game. CSBA. Let's see if we got some late fourth quarter surprises, maybe some drama. But we got Toes as a player of the game. How about that?
Yeah, I believe that he's been very good, very impressive with his shooting and playmaking and defense. As we see it here in the highlights, I said earlier he's an underrated player for them, and in some respect this game.
For sure. Florida, we'll see what they drew up in the timeout. Down by 14. Great screen by Copeland. Maine with the ball. Gets down to Copeland. Copeland puts it up and gets an easy 2 points.
Yeah. That's what they need to do. They need to have Maine and Copeland pick and roll, get those two guys playing off each other. That's been how their offense has been coming along this fourth quarter, and LSU doesn't have an answer. But they need to do something defensively.
And Rivers, he's been quiet tonight, but great time to light it up there. Only 6 points, but that was a huge shot for them.
Yeah, that's credit to Florida is really focused on stopping him, but then that lets a guy like Lee Toes stand out.
And Copeland is double team, gets the ball to Fleming and one. Great job to be able to see the recognition of a player open after the double team got the M1.
Yeah, LSU tried to answer Copeland just scoring at will, but smart by him to pass out and finish there, and it's a good play.
Absolutely. It's a 12-point game. These free throws are critical. I mean, if they want to stay alive in this game, they don't have a whole lot of time left. They've got to make something happen here. And not able to get to fall, but Copeland almost had the rebound and then loses it. That could have been big.
Yeah, it almost seemed intentional, but unable to make it work.
And now LSU with a 12-point lead, 1:33 left. It's looking like LSU is going to be able to hold on to this one. I'm not going to say it's mathematically over, but and look at almost a steal. I mean, Florida just so close on just a couple plays going their way, and this is a different ball game.
You'd like to see them fighting to the end, though, too.
Absolutely. Maine with the rebound. 1 minute, 8 seconds left. They got to go fast if they want a chance. And Maine's taking too much time down to Copeland, and Copeland with the dunk.
Wow. Copeland standing out, taking over this fourth quarter. What a performance by him.
10-point game. We're under a minute. LSU, they need to try to put a dagger in them right now. And Florida, great defense. Copeland with the rebound. 41 seconds, 10-point game. Oh, that hurt right there. That hurt.
Yeah, it's too much of a rush. Oh!
Copeland with the huge block.
Yeah, definitely can't blame Copeland for this. He's been awesome this fourth quarter. This whole game he's been good, but man, really standing out now.
Yeah, I mean he's been very active on the boards, active offensively, defensively. I mean he has showed up to make sure that Florida has every possible chance. Florida.
Substitutions in, not a good sign.
Yeah, 30 seconds left, 10-point lead. And
of course.
yeah, 19 seconds left. Wherever she is, I hope she's got her voice ready. She can start singing.
Yeah, I think that's the Florida section of fans. They're all gone. But interesting season by the Gators.
Yeah,
started off slow but finished strong.
Yeah, hats off to them. They've had a good job of turning around and just really persevering, but getting stronger as the season went on. So hats off to them.
Yeah, definitely got some work to do at West Virginia. Their new coach Bell taking over, I do believe.
Yes.
See what pieces he wants to keep, see who wants to leave, all that, who wants to go to the NBA.
Yeah, and they're going to have some room to add some players, so we'll see what kind of recruiting Florida can do. And he hits the free throws. It's a 12-point game, 19 seconds left. Harris with the ball. Passes out to Merciless for two. Doesn't get it to fall. Copeland, an offensive board. A putback, doesn't get it to fall. But still fighting all the way.
Yeah, surprised he missed with how good he's been.
And congratulations to the LSU Tigers winning the first round of the SEC Conference Tournament. A very contested battle against the Florida Gators. It was a 12-point difference at the end, but I promise this game was crazy. It could have gone either way. What's your final thoughts before we look at stats?
Just great performance by both teams, but LSU was able to finally get their shots. They've been missing open looks, but then fourth quarter it just all came together. Simmons got going. They were locked down defense and fantastic finish, and they have a date with the Kentucky Wildcats. I saw TD Sav in there earlier saying go Florida. I think, dare I say, he might be scared of LSU, something like that.
Okay. So we'll see. All right, let's look at the team comparison. Statistically, it kind of really looks. The only thing for Florida that really stands out is their 23 assists. That's really good. But look at that, 9 of 15 on the free throws.
Yeah, that's not a good look because add 6 there. But LSU still has a lead on that. I like to see the bench points for LSU. They're really doubling Florida's. That was definitely noticeable when Florida's bench came in. They just couldn't handle Toes and Rivers together.
Well, you take those free throws, and you take the second chance points, and that's the game for LSU. That's the deciding factor for the game. So hats off to them. Phenomenal fight. I mean, these two teams just, wow. All right, well, let's look at LSU. Excuse me. Toes, 17 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. McFadden, 14 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Simmons, 13 points, 2 rebounds, and assist. Number 14, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal.
Marco.
Marco. Penn, 8 points, 6 rebounds, and a block. Jadon, 7 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Rivers, 6 points, kind of a quiet night for him, 3 assists. Ross, 6 points, 7 rebounds. He had a block as well. Xander Evans, 5 points and a rebound. Tate had 2 steals. So, anything there stand out with them, with LSU?
Good job by Toes being their leading scorer, and McFadden. I think when you think LSU, you think Rivers and Simmons. And Simmons definitely got his points in at the end, but great job by Toes and McFadden to be those guys to really step up, and they'll need them against Kentucky.
Absolutely. Let's look at Florida. Copeland, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists and a block, 9 of 13 shooting. Great job. Responsible for 22 points. That's huge.
Yeah.
Harris, 14 points, 5 assists, and a steal. Walker Jr., 9 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal. Maine, 9 points, a rebound, and 10 assists.
Wow.
He was responsible for 32 points.
Wow, I knew he was playmaking out there, but I didn't realize he had 10 assists. Jeez.
Yeah, Fleming, 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Embiid, 6 points. I feel like he had more than that. Merciless, 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a steal. And Mann, 4 points, 1 rebound. Reno Dudley, 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. And capping it off for Florida, Kyle Thomas, 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 1 block. A little bit of everything. So, just overall, both these two teams fought hard. And really, if they can figure out how to perform like this and just add a little bit to it every single night, they can be a very good team. And even if they play like they did tonight, they can upset somebody in March Madness if they get a chance to.
Yeah, I wouldn't overlook them. Copeland is a threat. Harris, it didn't seem like he played too much that second half for whatever reason. Yep. Usually Dudley gets his points in.
Yep. Well, don't forget, following right after this one, I'm going to close this one out. I'm going to get the stats screenshot, get the next game up, and we will be live with Minnesota, Illinois, Big Ten action. Rusty, thank you for joining me. Anything to say before we head out?
Thank you all. Love you, CSBA. Have a good night.
CSBA, for just a moment,